of unhinged science that I'm using to fight the shadow monster.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to a brand new Slob Me Up video. I hope you're having a fantastic day, and in today's video we're talking about a pretty unique topic. Because if you don't know, MrBeast is releasing an animated kids show. Now this is based off of his toy line, MrBeast Labs. We've reviewed MrBeast Labs in the past on this channel and spoke heavily about those toys. And even just MrBeast releasing a kids animated show has got people stirred up and annoyed. So without further ado, let's dive straight into this topic. MrBeast posted a tweet that reads, "Been working on this animated show for a while. MrBeast Lab drops in October." And attached was a video of this that we're going to dive into.
Got this. On you hard, wake up. Jimmy! Where are you?
I mean, straight off the bat, the animation looks pretty damn good, especially for a project by a YouTuber. This looks decent. Of course, this is aimed towards a child audience. This isn't something that is aimed towards me or anybody else over the age of 18.
Welcome to MrBeast Lab.
I mean, look, my only criticism for this will be MrBeast's voice over here. It just doesn't sound right and really takes you out of it because his voice is very much like that YouTuber aesthetic and it really doesn't fit here. But that's not like a big issue. Again, this is directed towards a child audience. I'm nitpicking here just because it sounds a little bit funny.
100 levels of unhinged science that I'm using to fight the shadow monster suddenly attacking our world.
Like, it just sounds so goofy, but this is made for a child audience. This is a TV show based off of a toy line. This looks pretty damn good, and I really don't think you can complain about the animation here. The animation looks genuinely fantastic and surprisingly good. Regardless, I'm probably not gonna like this because I'm not a child. This isn't being targeted towards me or somebody else. Kids are probably gonna enjoy this. The animation looks good. It's MrBeast related. This is probably gonna do pretty well, and it seems like it's got a decently interesting concept. There is nothing offensive here. This is just another MrBeast project that he's decided to take on. But ladies and gentlemen, I wouldn't be making this video if people hadn't found a reason to complain about this topic, and spoiler alert, none of these reasons are valid whatsoever. Firstly, there were lots of snide remarks about MrBeast's AI usage in the past. So people saying, "Oh, I'm surprised that this show doesn't include AI," and he's immediately criticizing it and just assuming that this show is going to have some form of AI and trying to weaponize that against MrBeast to just shit all over him. You know what? At least he's not using AI animation and is hiring real artists. I don't even know why this is being brought up. MrBeast hasn't ever done anything with full AI in the first place. He's posted things to do with AI, and of course, most recently, he had that whole controversy with the AI thumbnails. Something that he corrected and something that he realized that he made a mistake on, and then immediately made a video walking it back and updating the website.
How's it going, guys? A week ago, I launched an AI thumbnail tool to help small creators make better thumbnails, and I thought people were going to be pretty excited about it, but I definitely missed the mark. If you open up Twitter, you know what I'm talking about. And so I read all your guys' feedback, and I've been thinking a lot about it. And so we just enacted some changes that I think you guys will find positive. And so going forward, there is no AI thumbnail tool. Anyone from now on that signs up for ViewStats Pro, there will not be the AI thumbnail tool. It just doesn't exist. We pulled it down. And on top of that, I wanted to go one step further to really show artists out there that I care. If you go on viewstats.com, under our more tools section, it will say hire thumbnail artists. And if you click that, it'll take you to a page of artist portfolios where you can commission a real thumbnail artist to make you a real thumbnail. So basically turning this negative situation into something positive that helps artists generate more income doing what they love. And you know, I care more than any of you could ever imagine about the YouTube community. I mean, obviously I'm the biggest YouTuber in the world, and I don't take that responsibility lightly. And so, you know, it deeply makes me sad when I do something that, you know, people in the community are upset by. And obviously, with ViewStats, my goal here is to build tools to help creators, and if creators don't want the tools, no worries. Like
MrBeast comes across as somebody who does genuinely care about artists, but is just interested and fascinated by experimenting with AI. He's somebody that in the past, like that, has corrected his mistakes when he's been called out by people, and it very much feels like he's not going to, of course, just make an entire show with AI. He's probably not even going to include AI in a show where that animation looks like that. Why would you make an AI thumbnail company while making an animated show? What is this, man? man. I was heavily critical of the whole AI thumbnail thing. I thought it was absolutely ridiculous and just, you know, very genuinely critique worthy. And that's one of the only cases where, you know, I genuinely found that an AI tool was something that needed to be critiqued in this instance. But this is completely unrelated. MrBeast has then bigged up artists and spent a long time working with artists. Alongside that as well, these are completely separate projects. One's an actual animation thing and one has to do with thumbnails. It wasn't anything to do with AI art, it was to do with AI generated thumbnails and the legality behind just taking other people's thumbnails in that instance. Nothing to do with art, so it shouldn't apply here whatsoever. It just feels like a snide remark to try and tear down MrBeast. Surprised it's not AI generated with how much he loves that slot. Genuinely, mate, who gives a flying fuck, you cunt? It does genuinely aggravate me seeing people virtue signal over this, use this to weaponize it against MrBeast, even when he is doing something good like this. This is a harmless animated show, it's good animation. There is nothing to complain about here. There is nothing to make jokes about MrBeast for. I don't know why people can't just shut up and move on. Well, I don't know why people insist on villainizing MrBeast and acting like he is the worst person on this platform. Has he done stuff that is critique worthy? 100%. The majority of content creators have. But it just genuinely feels like this narrative hasn't stopped since last year, where we've got to just shit over MrBeast for anything he does, even if it's something positive and something that's harmless. Another thing I found with this, and I just found it so incredibly funny, is people were complaining about how this is basically a giant ad, a TV animated show based off a kids line. Now, I'm sorry to break it to you, but the large majority of your favorite TV shows growing up were just that, a giant advertisement for children's toys. Popular examples like Transformers and He-Man come to my mind. These incredibly beloved shows are basically just glorified children's toys commercials. There is no issue there, it's just an issue when you want to weaponize it against MrBeast because you dislike MrBeast and now you're finding an issue. If you genuinely have an issue with that, you're going to have an issue with He-Man, Transformers, and other big popular, not only movies, but shows, like the Lego Movie. Do you have an issue with that? No, probably not. I just feel like at this point, it's the same old story when it comes to MrBeast, that people will actively criticize him for no good reason. It's kind of a rules for me, rules for him type situation, where we're going to just unfairly shit all over this guy for unnecessary reasons because we want to push this narrative that he's some heinous, villainous guy. You're mocking people who call animation cinema while actively undermining the art. You being ironic will not make your statement any better. This is just pessimistic and cynical with no intent of progressiveness. Yes, we are still talking about the MrBeast Mr. Labs children's animated show, by the way. You'd think that this is some big serious situation, when no, MrBeast just wants to release an animated show based off his toy line. There is nothing problematic here, there is no issue here. I genuinely shouldn't be able to make a video on this, but again, with a lot of the topics that I've been covering recently, people just seem so caught up in their own head and just genuinely out to get these big content creators for unnecessary reasons because they have their own narratives that they want to spin. The thing I did quickly want to talk about MrBeast for as well is MrBeast made a post that again kind of had this same response. My fiance sent me this AI generated image of us with 2 kids. I can't quite put my finger on it, but something tells me she wants something. Realistically, should you care? No. Do I give a fuck? No. Why would I? It is like such a nothing burger tweet. He's posted a picture of AI, but that is enough to set off people, and people calling him like a creep and a weirdo for sharing this, acting like this is the worst tweet or the worst thing that MrBeast has ever done and the biggest, most criticizable thing ever. Is it a bit bizarre? Yeah. Is it that big of a deal? No. Who genuinely cares? Are you sitting there telling me that you care about this? Are you telling me that you are sitting there genuinely pondering this and getting annoyed by it and genuinely think that this is something worth critiquing over? It does just feel like this whole narrative around MrBeast and him being this bad guy and this anti-MrBeast narrative that's been forming has just gone to an insane degree where everyone has to nitpick everything about MrBeast. And just one last thing, I saw this post under one of these MrBeast tweets saying that MrBeast is a slot merchant. Actually, I am these slot merchants. I don't appreciate you calling them that. I wanted to make this video because it's just the same old thing with this whole MrBeast narrative every single time. It's AI this, AI that. MrBeast is some huge horrible person this time, and what's he done? He's dropped an animated kid show. The last thing that he did that was actually something we should be speaking about was the whole AI thumbnails thing, something that he rectified pretty quickly and made a whole good response on. Ladies and gentlemen, what's your thoughts on this? What's your thoughts on this whole MrBeast narrative? Please feel free to comment down below, as I'm genuinely interested to see what you, the viewer, has to say about it, and if you are sick and tired of just seeing the same old bullshit over and over again. And once you're done then, you must subscribe and hit the notification bell so you don't miss any future Slop Meal videos, and as well, please feel free to leave me any suggestions for future Slopics. But I've been your host Samuel, and I will catch you in the next YouTube video. Goodbye.